not something that you get away with. Okay. All right, so here we go. Now, I'm going to ask you a question. Which two lines are parallel, if any, and then you got to tell me why. So, if I look at angles 3 and 10, let's just throw that out there right now. It's not part of this page. If I said angles 3 and 10, where are they? Okay, so 3 and 10 are alternate interior. So if they were equal, which two lines would be equal, or would be parallel? A and B would be my parallel lines. And then you would say they are parallel by alternate interior angles. Okay, that's how we're going to do this page. Alright, so let's look at angles 1 and 8. Angle 1, angle 8. So angle 1 and angle 8. What type of angles are those? Alternate exterior. For what two lines? For C and D. Okay, so C is parallel to D by, and it's okay to abbreviate, alternate, oh, that's exterior, by alternate exterior angles. All right, Austin, what about number 2? Angle 9 and angle 13. Okay, go ahead. We got wait time. Yeah, as long as the furniture don't break. We didn't print out notes. We print out notes. No,
Said I had a lot of time, so. Can I phone a friend?
no.
You said it.
As long as it's your brain.
Oh, okay. Hey, brain. Work.
Oh my goodness, look at
Same
that.
side interior.
No, they're not same side.
Brandon, you lied to me.
Good job, Brandon.
God.
Wait, another round.
Oh, my notebook.
All right, come on, Austin. Quick together here, man. First of all, Austin, I want you to look at the figure before you start figuring out the type of angles. Which two lines are going to be parallel?
C and D.
All right, so C and D are parallel, but why? Yeah. C and D are parallel by Y. What is the angle pair that makes them parallel? So 9 and 13 are what type of angles? Same side exterior would imply that they would both be on the outside. What do you think, Tori? They would be corresponding angles.
Spooked me.
Yeah, that's the issue. Lindsay, 7 and 6. What do you think? You don't trust Blaine. Okay. We have no idea. Okay. So, Lindsay, here's my question for you. If we look at 7 and 6, right? We see them right up here. Here's my question for you. So we can keep that image. I want us to go back to here. Are 7 and 6 corresponding? Nope. Are they alternate interior? No. Are they alternate exterior? Are they consecutive interior? Same side interior? No. Are they same side exterior? No. What type of angles are 7 and 6? They are a special pair, but what is the name for them? Think about it. Notice that they make an X. What do we call the angles that are formed when we make an X? Brandon says, yeah, they're vertical angles. Okay? Is vertical angles one of those 5? No. So therefore, we cannot determine. It cannot be determined. If the angle pair is not one of those 5, corresponding alternate interior, alternate exterior, same side interior, or same side exterior, if it's not one of those 5, there's no way to determine if the 2 lines are parallel. Okay? Vertical angles will not guarantee us 2 lines are parallel. The only thing vertical angles is going to tell you is that the ones that are opposite of each other, 6 and 7, would be equal. 5 and 8 would be equal. But it doesn't guarantee me that the next line down is also going to be parallel. Okay? Let's take a look at this again. Because again, this is where like today's homework is going to feel like you're doing the same thing you did on Tuesday. Or for some of you guys late last night or this morning. So if we look at example 4, notice that the questions changed just a little. Last Tuesday, you guys were told L is parallel to M. Find the value of X, right? Isn't that how basically all the directions were written? Okay. Notice the very slight change in the directions. Find the value of X such that L is parallel to M. So if you were a true math student, you would actually adjust your thinking just a little bit. And that's because when you're looking at this, you then are saying, okay, they're not parallel, but I'm going to assume that they're parallel because I'm trying to get to that result. So let's assume that L is parallel to M. I know, and assumptions are bad. But in this case, this is what you're supposed to do. So we're going to assume that L is parallel to M, and therefore, what can you tell me about these 2 angles? They would have to be, because they are what type of angles? Corresponding. And then it looks just like last Tuesday. 3x plus 20 equals 2x plus 40. Now, guys, this is where you need to be your own advocate. I'm not going to write down everything on the board. I just don't. I will leave you guys there via verbal instruction. But now be your own advocate. You write this down on your notes, right? Don't just write down 3x plus 20 equals 2x plus 40. And then go home. Because then you're going to go back to these notes, maybe, in case your backpack got hungry. Okay? And then you're going to go back and go, okay, great, but why are they equal? And then you've already forgotten the whole point of the lesson. So don't be afraid to write in there. Why? Oops. Why? Corresponding angles. Yes. So now let's continue. If I got 3x plus 20 equals 2x plus 40, what do I do next? Great, Brandon. And how do I do that? Okay, subtract 20 from 40. So therefore, I get 3x equals 2x plus 20. Okay, now what? Okay, and therefore x is our stuff, right?
That's wrong, I still got it right. Give me go. You really did.
Yes. Okay, now, number 5. What type of angles are they on number 5? Same side interior, therefore they are? They are supplementary. So what does that mean? As of 180. So that means I take 5x plus 10, add it to 8x minus 5. Equals 180. Okay. Now guys, we're going to take a time out here. Because the majority of you guys have had algebra 1. You should have had algebra 1. You should have passed algebra 1 with a C minus or better. Which means there's a lot of areas where you could have done well. There's a lot of areas where you could not have done well. But here's the bottom line. When you guys are looking at this left side, the 5x plus 10 plus 8x minus 5, I keep seeing this over and over and over again, where you guys are canceling on the same side. Guys, You only cancel if you're on opposite sides of the equal sign. If you're on the same side, what are we supposed to do with those values?
Combine.
We're supposed to combine on the same side.
I didn't do it like that.
Yeah, we're supposed to add the 5x to the 8x, which gives us 13x. And then I'm going to take my positive 10, add it to the negative 5. What does that give me? Positive 5. That equals 180. And Brandon says, well, you're going to just subtract the 5 next. Now I've got 13x is 175. Of course you did. But now, where do I go from here? Divide by 13.
Just leave it like that.
Yep. Does that, I don't think that comes out evenly, does it?
No.
Oh, so we're good there. 175 over 13 works for me.